Hello everyone and welcome to the Anime Zilla, and thank you for joining me as we go through another character ranking video. This time we'll be ranking characters from a certain Magical Index franchise. As you know, on this channel every Monday we have a certain Magical Index related type of content, whether that be reviews, discussions, character in depth, facts. Anything goes as long as it's a certain Magical Index franchise related, so I thought I'll give you my thoughts and opinions on some of the characters from the show. Now, I will be excluding characters from a certain scientific accelerator and past World War III in the light novel area. The reason being is I've yet to watch the anime for Accelerator. I haven't read the light novels past where the anime stops in part 3, and I haven't actually watched the latest Railgun series yet, so unfortunately I can't comment too much on the characters in there. However, I still have a load of characters here that you may or may not remember. So let's go through them, and I'll give you my thoughts and opinion on each character as we move forward. And then, obviously, once you've seen what I've got to say, I want to know if you agree, disagree, or what your order would be. So if, for example, I've left out a character, please let me know. I'll look at that character up, I'll go, yep, I remember, and I'll give you my response in the comments down below. So if your favourite character's in here, don't worry, but let's just get straight into it. Starting off with Accelerator. Well, it's the only one we can start with, really, and he's got to go S tier. If you're a fan of the series, then you've got to be a fan of Accelerator. I mean, he's just such an unhinged character, and he's just so dark and brutal and deep that I just love exploring that character. Agnese, I'm going to give her a solid B. She's a pretty good character. Alistair, I don't know much about this character, and honestly, he's been in 3 seasons, and he's built up to be this antagonist, but we still know next to nothing about him. So C. Aqua, he gets a C. I mean, he wasn't really that great. This guy definitely gets a D. He was just literal scum, but he gave us the Berserk mode, which I thought was pretty cool. Move Point, I'm going to put her in the A slot. I really do like this character. I think her ability is pretty unique, and I love the fact that she had that psychological trauma of not moving herself because of what happened in the past. I thought that gave her character lots of depth and gave her more personality. One of the queens from the England invasion arc, I'll give her a B. I like the design, I like the character's sort of personality and style, but that's all I can really say. The queen, I'll put her in the B as well. Why not? Now this character is a character that I didn't actually remember. Oh, I remembered his face and the image of the character, but I did not remember the name. So I'm going to put him into a C, because he's not a character that I'm that familiar with, although I know what part of the story he plays in. It makes sense, kind of. Fioma, I'm going to put Fioma in C. To be honest, he was a main villain in part 3 and wanted to destroy or remake the world and whatnot, but he just was a bit bland in my opinion. I just found his character to be quite bland, and maybe they elaborate on his character in the light novels, but as of the information that I've got right now, I've got to put him there. February. I'm going to put February in the A slot, just because she's adorable. Frenda, she goes in the A slot. I love Frenda's personality and goofiness. My favourite character in Item, and I just find that the antics that Frenda gets up with, the comedic value, the kind of phrases, and that fight she had with Misaka, loved it. Brilliant. Was it a heart rate? A heart monitor? I don't know much about this character. She seems very popular. People seem to love her, but I just don't see the appeal, unfortunately, at the moment. Maybe reading the Dark Matter manga series might shed some more light on that. And if she is a really in-depth character, then obviously my opinion will change on that once I learn more information. Hama Zora. Again, another C-type character. I mean, Hama Zora was okay. In Season 3, he kind of came into his own, but at the same time, I kept comparing him with Toma, basically, and Toma just outclassed him on so many levels. maybe I'm misjudging Hama Zora and there's more to his character. If I am, then maybe you can correct me in the comments down below. Haraway. I didn't really like Haraway too much. Haraway was just there for plot convenience, and that's all I can really say about her. This character, I recognise the character herself. Did not recognise the name when I was looking her up, and I remember the fact that she was connected to this character right here. But apart from that, oh, she attracts vampires, I think. So yeah, there's that. Index. Index is going to get a B. Index I don't like too much, but actually, you know what? I put Agnese in B, so I'm going to put Index in C. Index is just one of those annoying characters that is just there for plot convenience. And, yeah. Izuwa. Izuwa is quite possibly one of my favourite females from the franchise. She's in the top 10, put it that way. And, I think she's pretty cool. A character from Item that I don't really know all that much about, and I don't remember all that much about. Then we got Dark Matter himself. I don't know, I liked his rivalry in the fact he thought he could challenge Accelerator and just got wrecked. I think that's just kind of put a smile on my face just seeing his, like, what's the word? Not sarcastic, but kind of his arrogance and overconfidence just get absolutely obliterated. So he put a smile on my face. He gets a B. Kanzaki. I know lots of people like Kanzaki. I like Kanzaki. I like the kind of struggles she went through in her sort of mental state at the throughout the shows and throughout the series, and how she just really wanted to help Index at the beginning, but her methods were all wrong. And I think Kanzaki is a very kind of deep character that has a lot of layers to her, and I love seeing her progress and move forward and overcome her struggles and her hurdles. So Kanzaki goes into the A slot. Kazakuri, put her into B. Kongo, she can go C. Kodori, I like Kodori's design. Last Order gets put into the A slot. I love Last Order. She's adorable. Her partnership with Accelerator just brings out the best in both Accelerator and herself, and vice versa. They got such good chemistry together that, you know, they are probably my favorite pairing in all of anime, so goes up there. I'm going to put Laura into C. It's a character that I want to learn more and I'm more intrigued about. She's on the very low end of C and nearly teetering into D, but she intrigues me, so I'll keep her there. It's the character I've done a video on, but I kind of pronounced the name wrong. Lessa? Think I'm pronouncing that correctly? I'll stick her into A. I like her personality. Makoto Misaka, she gets put into C. One of my favourite female characters in all of anime and in the Index series, so enough said. The Mother. Mother can go into B. Mugino, she can go into B. This character, I'm actually going to put into C tier. Now, it's a bit of a dark horse character, and I understand why people might go, what? But hear me out. This character was actually, she had one of the best debuts from any series that I've seen in recent time. I've recently finished a certain scientific railgun season 2, and when this character came into play and she managed to take out basically a big squad of men just by using words and manipulating their thoughts by the words that she stated and using like the paralysis stuff on her hands, I thought that was amazing. She had an amazing debut and she kept trying, even though she kind of was the main catalyst and trigger for the sister project in the cloning aspect of things. I love the fact that we see her try to come to terms with that and try to do something positive to move forward and to ultimately help the main cast of Railgun. So for that reason, this character just gets to put into the C spot because I just absolutely love her character, basically. Oriana Thompson, she can go into D. You know why. Ursula, I'll put her into C. The magic god herself. I'll put her into A. Now hear me out. I know I said I'll exclude the light novels. And yes, I pretty much am. But she does appear in the light novels. She hasn't appeared in the main index series yet. However, from what I've learned from this character and what I've read about her, just in like passing and looking at different paragraphs and sort of arcs and stuff while researching other characters, this character intrigues me to no end. I love her design. I love what I've seen happens with her character. And it makes me want to pick up the light novels of where she sort of arrives much sooner than what I really should do. Like, it makes me want to skip all the in-between stuff and just go straight to her character. So for that, I am putting her in A tier. I know loads of people agree because loads of people like this character, but who knows? Maybe after a while, I might drop her into S. Another one of the Queen's daughters, I think. I'm going to put her into D tier because honestly, I don't remember much of her in terms of interacting within the series. She was kind of an enigma. You never really knew what side she was on. So I'm going to put her there because I haven't got anything to go for her. And I just realized I've missed out one of the sisters, but oopsie. Next up is Satin. I actually like Satin as a character. I think her design's okay. I recently did a video about Satin and like some facts about her character, and learning about that makes me like her character a little bit more because I found some interesting stuff. As well as the fact that she's powerless and that she was very relatable as a character. She was a character that wanted to just have an ability that she could use to help people. So she did something that was very drastic to allow herself to have that ability, and it's something that every one of us would actually do in her situation. Sherry, D tier. Shirai, I'll put her into B. She's given me such laughs in the past with her sort of a creepiness and just a personality in a way that she's handled, things. People are probably going to grill me in the comments for this, but I'm going to put this character into B tier. I haven't seen this character in action, apart from like a 10-second clip from Season 2 of Railgun. I haven't seen Season 3 yet. I'm waiting for the episodes to come out. I'm just going to binge watch it. But from what I've seen in like the images and the memes and the kind of stuff already from this character, intrigues me to no end. And the memes have made me laugh. So I'll put her in D tier. And quite possibly, once I've watched Season 3 of Railgun, she might even go into A, maybe S. Who knows? The sisters. Sisters are going to A tier. I love the story arc with the sisters and involving them. I love their characters. I like their personality. They come across as quite cold and stone, kind of like, but like computerized, if that makes sense. Although they are kind of computerized clones. But I just love their personality. It's like, you got to name this cat. I'll name it Dog because it's a cat. It makes me laugh so much, and I love the darkness and the kind of storyline that they had with these characters. So, sisters are there. Style. Style can go into D. Takisubo is D. This character, oh my god, D. Toma goes into A. Suji Mikado goes into C. Haruwe goes into C. Mitsuka Worst goes into A. And this character goes into D. I don't remember who this character is. When I was researching and looking at this character, she came up, so there must be a connection. I just don't remember it. It must have been one of those like one episode type of things. Can't be helped. So at the moment, this is the list that I'm kind of going with. Do I have any kind of changes? I mean, just rearranging them to like, I think that's the right order for A, for C tier. For A tier, let's have a look. We got, I think February's got to go down a bit. Kanzaki's got to go there. Frenda, Satin. Worst. The sisters. February, worst. Orthena. I think that's the right sort of, if I was doing a ranking for just the A in terms of order. B tier, real quick, if I go, those two are fine. Shirai can go up. Third. I think this character can go there. That character can go down a bit. The mother can go fourth. Kazakuri can go there. I think that's okay for D. C tier, I'm not too worried with, but if I had to do C tier, I think I would go. C tier is quite difficult because not really sure all these characters belong in C tier. Some of them might actually go into D. I think I'll leave C tier alone, if I'm honest. I'll leave it like that. Honestly, that are my thoughts on there. Like I said, I might have missed a few characters out. If I have, then put them down in the comment section below. And then I'll reply back to you as soon as I see the comment and basically go, right, well, that character I would put into, say, B tier or A tier. And then I'll give you like a small sentence explaining my thoughts on that, if it requires it. But I want to know what you think. Do you agree or disagree with some of the stuff that I put on here? Who would you put in A tier? Like, give me one character from S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, maybe D if you're feeling like it, from your own perspective. If you want a link to this this site and this kind of tier list, then I shall leave it in the comment section down below, in the description, sorry. However, if you want to do that and you want to screenshot it, send it to me on Twitter. My link will also be in the description for that. So, who knows? Let me know all your thoughts. Hope you enjoyed this video. A bit different than what I'm used to. Any feedback on this would be much appreciated. Other than that, I hope you have an amazing day. And like the video if you like the video. Dislike if you dislike, I guess. Subscribe if you're new so you never miss a video from me. And until next time, I hope you have an amazing day. Arigato, matane. Goodbye.